Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. Happy New Year. We are about to go on an 8-day, 7-night trip, which is going to include where I stay, my favorite roller coasters, daytime and nighttime, and the most terrifying time. Oh my goodness. 11 countries, breakfast with the princesses, my favorite shows, and everything in between. You ready to go to Disney World? Let's go. Hey guys, again, Happy New Year. So, this is day one, and we had a very early AM flight, so it's still dark out. It's raining. We're like, oh my goodness, but we are making our way. We're passing Lincoln Financial Field. This is the Eagles Stadium. Go Birds. Yes, on that. So, yeah, we are just headed on in, right? So, for those of you that don't know, my family is a family of four. Hubby and the girls, right? Sydney is 19 and Kara will be 15. Actually, she'll be 15 on the 11th, 111, triple ones. Yes, on that. So we're on the airplane, right? Rocking out, all set up with, the Pop Tarts, right? My Young and the Restless, yes, on that. So, yes, and for those of you that don't know too, we are a special needs family. Both of my girls are on the autism spectrum. So, things flow a little bit differently when we're on vacation. So, this is strictly based on what my family does in Disney. And we have an awesome time, let me tell you. We are never ready to come back. It's just, we have so much fun and it's just so many things to do. So, yeah, we have the car, right? We grabbed our luggage, we have the car, and we are headed to my favorite park. Actually, it's the four of us. We love this park so much. Hollywood Studios. So, yes, on that, we do have park hoppers. We're all parked up and we are on the tram. So, this is, some people stay on the property and they have the Disney buses and things like that. From the parking lot, we get the tram and it takes us to the front door. And now we are in Disney on this main. Remember the hat? When it was MGM, oh my goodness, I missed the hat. Wow, that just brought back memories. So we needed to get some nourishment before we started on our trek, right? So we just grabbed some pizza salad, and the first thing we did was Frozen. So, yes, on that, the theater is really big. We do this all the time. It was just kind of a let's get in here and relax, for a little bit before we get into some things, right? It's a travel day. So, we are a little bit tired, but we still rocking. Look at Sydney. She definitely rocking. So, we do. Have the DAS pass, which is the, Disney's disability pass. And it works just like the lightning lane pass does. So we pick a ride and they tell us what time to come back. So we're just kind of walking through, right? Because we definitely need to do Kara's favorite Slinky Dog. So we are in Toy Story Land and yeah, we're gonna do our thing, right? Because this is her absolute favorite. So I will be showing you there we go, scanning in, right? He pulling up for us. So we do have Disney cards. We don't have the bands, which I would love, but the girls, well, Kara won't wear it. And that's just too much. So we just all need to be coordinated, right? I'm only showing you this restroom sign because it was Scrabble pieces and so cool, right? So now we're kind of walking in, right? We in Star Wars now. That whole galaxy is happening in here with the words all crazy on the water bottles and the drinks, right? They're rocking some replica ships from the movies and things. And we were all in with hubby, right? We did go in here and do Muppets 3D. They are getting rid of this year. So that's sad to hear. a spotting of Goofy, right? He was going into the restrooms. And yes, on that. So next up is Star Tours, one of our, favorite simulated rides. Very, very cool. And as I'm going through this, you will see bits and pieces of different things if you got on a ride, what you could expect, but not too much of it. You know what I mean? So this is just, kind of my experience that I'm sharing with you. This did need the 3D glasses, so that was fire. The ride was fire, and they always empty out into a store for the most part. But next up is the Mickey and Minnie ride, which is fairly new to the parks, and this is us about to get on. Our chariot is awaiting, and we are off. So now is just about dinner time, and this is my favorite primetime cafe. You guys always hear me talk about the peanut butter and jelly milkshake. That is the only reason I booked this restaurant. It was so good. I did have a pot pie, a chicken pot pie. Hubby had some meatloaf rockin'. And now, after dinner, it's time to go home. We are pretty tired because it is a travel day, but I wanted to show you a little bit of where we like to stay here. And this is a 5-bedroom house. Every bedroom has its own master bathroom, and it is just is we need our space. Sometimes I just need to go and be in another room. You know what I'm saying? That was Kara's room. This is our room. The first room you saw was Sydney's room. And yeah, we're just getting situated and going to chillax the rest of the night. I'm just showing you, the dining room and things, the kitchen, and all of that. And Sydney already got her stuff set up at the dining room table. That was her spot. She picks a spot every time we go on vacation. She picks a spot in the dining room, and that is her spot for the whole time. It is so funny. She's so she knows, you know what I mean? And she already has her doll set up. I shared this on Instagram. I thought it was so funny, but she was all set. So let me take you upstairs real quick and fast, right? They had 2 themed rooms up here, which was so stinking cute. It was the Frozen theme room, which up here, they both have their own bathrooms as well. So we could just be all over the house. You know what I mean? And then the other bedroom was the Star Wars theme room, which hubby loved. You see the TV and Darth Vader's chest? That's fire. Oh my goodness. So cute. So we're just all over the house. Kara likes to kind of be by herself sometimes, so it was perfect. I did do Instacart, so I had the food delivered. And we just put the food away and we kind of rocked out and got ready for day 2. So day 2, while they were getting themselves ready, I had to go to Wawa. I needed coffee with French vanilla creamer in it. So yes, on that, I'm driving back to get them. Hubby is fixing the PB&J, which he did every day for Miss Kara, right? And we are back at the park. Epcot is where we decided to go on day 2. So I'm just showing you, to park here is $30 a day for standard parking. We were parked in this lot right here, and yes to the big old ball, right? I love it. So there's Asha from Wish. They do their signings and things. So we're in Norway. I kind of skipped a country because we had breakfast reservations to dine, with the princesses. So yes, on that. So the girls took pictures. Sydney was having a whole conversation. The food was served family style. It was so good. And Tiana was just having this her conversation with Kara was off the hook. It was so funny. So Frozen was closed for whatever reason. So we kind of stepped back a little bit, and I started with Mexico, which is the first one. It's very dim inside, and this is where the Three Caballeros ride is. So, yes, on that. So I'm just showing you kind of a little bit of the inside. And now we're actually on the ride, and you can see the restaurant I had just showed you. And then, of course, it empties out into a store. We heard a little bit of music rock, and Sydney loved that. And then Frozen was back open. So we decided to go in here and do our Frozen ride, which is, we must do this ride at least twice. And I had to show you my boyfriend, Olaf. I love him so much. I think he's so darn cute. So, into another store, right? Into another store. But we started to continue our walk around the World Showcase is what they call it in Epcot, and we're in China, right? And then we are off to Germany, and then we are going to, I should know this. Italy, yes. Italy is next. And we actually had dinner reservations at this restaurant. And then there's the United States. So now this is kind of right in the middle of the World Showcase. If you look the other way, you see the big old ball. So now we're in Japan, right? It's just so amazing. I mean, it's just breathtaking, really. Morocco is rocking, and then we head on over to France, and we stop for a little bit. We're just going, isn't that so pretty? It's like a maze bush. It is so pretty. But over here in France is Ratatouille. So we did that ride, which we did have a dash pass for. We did not wait in line for 95 minutes. Absolutely not. And then I'm just showing you a couple things that they had outside. Yes. So next up was United Kingdom, and I had to get into the telephone booth. I had to. It was so fun. I'm pretending I'm dialing. I'm trapped now. I got to get out. Right. So continuing on to Canada, and then we are done. Yeah, we're done. I'm headed over to, I think, first of all, is this wild or what? The waterfall is up. It goes up instead of down. That's insane. So now we're over here. We're kind of just relaxing. Kara's eating her PB&J in here. I thought these were so adorable, these gingerbread ears. And then there's the gingerbread loungefly I came across. And I said on Instagram, I posted a couple loungeflies. I am not a backpack girl, but these backpacks are so darn cute. I just might have to break down. I might have to do it. So I didn't walk away with any. I was very good. That was a gingerbread milkshake, I think it was, right? Yeah. So we're outside now, kind of just, still sipping on the milkshake and just kind of, watching the show a little bit. Sydney was enjoying herself because she was getting it all the way in. I couldn't I couldn't contain myself. I thought it was so cute. She was doing the dance like she should have been on stage with them. It was so funny, but she was having such a good time, and that is all that mattered to me. So now we are in here in a little separate part, right? The land, and some different things are rocking in here, but the one thing that we love is soaring, and you're in the clouds and you're just soaring around the world. It is insane and phenomenal. So once that was over, we're just kind of walking around Nemo. We'll do the ride, and they have the aquarium there, which is the biggest aquarium in the world. So we were kind of just, walking around and enjoying some things over here. Look at me now. Isn't that cute? So cute. And here's Dory. She was rocking. I think we were parked in her lot one day. I feel like the Dory lot. Yes on that. So Encanto was definitely rocking, right? We don't talk about Bruno. Oh my goodness. Sydney had so much fun because she has been like really rocking with Encanto. So that was really nice to see. It started getting a little cloudy, so we were taking our kind of midday break. Glad we did because now it is pouring. It is pouring, but later, Kara decided to go ahead and get in the pool, right? Spinning like a maniac. So, yes, on that. And yes, to day 3. So, it's doing its nice thing for us, which I was so happy about because today is our Magic Kingdom day. This is the first time in Magic Kingdom on this trip. We usually kind of hold out for Magic Kingdom. It's just a lot of walking and things. I mean, it's a lot of walking wherever, just like Epcot. And you can choose to do the ferry boat or the monorail, which is the most popular, right? So we're, just going to stand in line and get on the monorail and make our way over to Magic Kingdom. It takes like a half hour from the time we get out of our car to the time we hit Main Street. It's such a long way, but this monorail does take us through Contemporary Resort where they have Chef Mickey. So I do love to see that. So now we are pulling up. That was Space Mountain that you saw. And this is the train that actually rides around Magic Kingdom. So yeah, we kind of pulled up, right? At the same time. We pulled up at the same time. So yes on that. So now I finally on Main Street. It is amazing, right? So we are on Main Street a lot during the trip, walking up and down. The one side is the confectionery side. The other side is, merchandise. And you can actually walk from the beginning all the way to the end to the actual castle without going outside. So it's all connected, which is pretty cool. So yes, on the castle, right? So pretty, so pretty. And we're actually here for one of the castle shows. So upon entering, right behind the castle is the merry-go-round. This is what you see when you first walk in. You can go left, you can go right, you can do all the things. We spent a lot of time, Tigger, right? Winnie the Pooh. We spend a lot of time in Fantasyland. A lot of our favorite rides are in that land. They have Adventureland, Frontierland, Tomorrowland, right? But we spend a lot of time. We do a couple rides. It's a Small World is there, and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is there, and Little Mermaid is there. So yeah, I had to show a little bit of Ursula, right? Was rocking. And that is Beauty and the Beast, the castle, right? And Gaston's doing his little thing over here. And this is Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. We are about to rock. This is one of our favorite roller coasters. We love it. So we're going to make our way into here. And it's very simple, but you better make sure you don't have any ears on or anything like that. They need to go, in that compartment because it's fun though. So on to It's a Small World. We're still in Fantasyland, and this, oh my goodness, this just brings back so many childhood memories, this ride, and it's just so popular. So yes, on that, Peter Pan was rocking. And then we stopped for a little lunch at Casey's Corner, right, which is very popular. And Kara had her PB&J. So just chillaxing, right? catching one of the shows. We happened to be walking by, so we stopped, and we're all rocking our ears today, right? So yes on that. And me, Kara, and Sydney were just we were singing our happy hearts out because I think the Frozen song was on, so I was letting it go, right? So now we're walking through Tomorrowland. That is the People Mover. That's kind of, let me get on this, take a little break, right? Space Mountain is rocking, and right next to that is Tron. Miss Girl, oh my goodness, I was ready, all the way ready. Got to the top. Sydney was like, no, all done, go left. So me and her sat it out. Hubby and Kara rocked. She loved it. She's my daredevil. And then we went to Adventureland and we were rocking Aladdin's, got on a little carpet ride. Just, it's kind of like the Dumbo ride, right? It's just one of those fun things. You kind of, if this makes you dizzy, close your eyes for about 3 more seconds. So yes on that, yes on the Pirates of the Caribbean, right? Emptied out into a store. These ears are fire. Carol was rocking the hat. And we are going to take a break. We're going to grab the monorail and head on back home. I was just showing you a little bit more of the house. Here's the pool that Kara is doing her thing. Sydney's in the sauna over there having a good old time, right? So we relaxed a little bit and headed right back out, and we are back in Hollywood Studios for a couple hours, right? We headed on over to Star Wars because we wanted to do Rise of the Resistance. So yes on that. And yeah, so we were just kind of chilling, making our way on in. Absolutely everything about this ride, this whole entire experience is fire. That was our ride. We were in the front, 4 people to a row. It's perfect, right? So now we kind of walked around a little bit and then we were out the door, right? And our tram was waiting. We went home, chillaxed, got some rest. Now is day 4 and we are at Animal Kingdom. And it takes us half a day to do this park. We do everything we want to do. We parked in Dinosaur 223, right? And they had their tree rocking, and it's so pretty. It has all the little, animals inside of it, and it's just fire. We love it here because the Lion King is here, and the Tree of Life is here, and bugs are here. It's tough to be a bug. This chick is, oh my goodness, so fascinating. I couldn't tell at first that she was moving. She's basically like leaves on a stick or something. It is insane. So that was the Tree of Life. We're kind of walking around trying to figure out what we're going to do, and we decided to go to Dino Land to ride Dinosaur. This is very kind of shaky. You see the, the truck we in, and it's a whole situation, and you got to hold on, or it's a whole thing, right? So that was fun, and we headed on over to Africa, where the Festival of the Lion King is rocking. This show, in my opinion, is a must-see. Oh my goodness. It is so good. Hakuna Matata, right? It means no worries, and you shouldn't have any worries when you're in Disney, right? So it was a good time. So now we are in Avatar, right? So Miss Girl, oh my goodness. So the last time Sydney didn't want to ride it, it was a lot of sounds going on. Her sensory kicked in and she was like, no, thank you. This time we were able to get on these banshees, right? And when I tell you, see my face? It is like soaring on steroids. If you are nauseous, if you don't do it, if you don't think you can handle that, they tell you. It started raining a little bit, so we had to wait to get into It's Tough to Be a Bug, which is really cute, right? It's one of those sit down. They're talking about bugs and all of all of the things. And once we were finished that, we headed over to Expedition Everest. And oh my goodness. This is a little terrifying of a ride. It this is what you get in, right? We were in the first two rows. We always do two and two or the four of us. And the tracks run out. Then you got to go backwards, and then you look like I just look right there. It's a whole thing. So it's a whole thing. But I did go into the store and check out some ears, and they had tumblers and all the things. So, yes. So, yes, on all of these Disney airs, so darn cute. And the ornaments, oh my goodness, it was so many Christmas ornaments and things. Crocs and all the things were rocking. So, it is New Year's Day, right? New Year's Eve, and we always spend it in Hollywood Studios. So, Animal Kingdom was during the day, and Hollywood was at night. And it was so fun. We had dinner reservations over at Roundup Rodeo, and it was such a cute experience. And the food was that barbecue. Oh, Miss Girl. And these plates, I had to show you because they're paper plates, but they're like melamine. They were so darn cute. I need them. They were so cute. And this spread was phenomenal. And these were the little cups of dessert. So good. So, of course, we're there. It's New Year's Eve. Let's go. Right on Slinky Dog all over again, right? So Kara is all about it. Actually, we all are all about Slinky Dog. It's just so fun. And you think it's just a little tiny little roller coaster, but it's really not. Hollywood Tower of Terror was rocking. And we ended New Year's Eve with the Phantasmic show, and it was awesome. I recommend it. I recommend it highly. So I'm going to end it here, you guys. We are definitely going to have just as much fun tomorrow night, part 2. I'll meet you back here in Disney World. Bye.